All right. So listen, guys, let's get straight to it. We're all aware of how bad it's getting, right? We're all aware that pretty much for the most part, the price of consumer goods have gone up. Give you guys an example. So the other day I was buying pizza from a very name brand pizza spot, and typically I spend about $12 for this pizza, but I haven't shopped there for like 6 months, right? And I went and it was like, yeah, how much was the pizza? It was $17.95. It was like $17.95 or $18.95, something like that. But that was almost more than double. Well, let's just say 100 and some percent increase in price, right? And then you're like, okay, all right. So the cost of the average items have gone up. My Starbucks coffee costs me more money now, and even you can pretty much affirm in your, in your area that the cost of goods are getting up, right? And now, what is a business owner to do? Because most consumers are starting to get tight. They're starting to get tight. Okay, they're starting to get tight in the way in which people are starting to spend only on the essential things, right? You're starting to notice that people are spending on essential things, and people are starting to also pretty much not shop at high-end stores. Now, is that true, or is it that people are really just not prioritizing, or per se the appeal of the shiny object is not, I guess, strong anymore? Well, let's go ahead and cover that in this video, right? Let's think about, why do people buy, right? Most people, you have to understand, most people buy based off of emotional impulse, right? The reason why most people pretend or stop buying, or they slow down their buying habits, it's because of the impulse being pushed to them via the media, right? You watch the news, read the newspaper, they say recession, everything's going down, Meta laid off employees, this company's going to lay off this employees. Now, what do you do as a business owner, right? Because you have to think about it, is when people stop buying, your revenue starts going down. Not to also mention the fact that right now, this is December of 22. This is also holiday season. This is typically when most people are shopping. Now, is that saying the fact that, quote unquote, that, oh, we're in a recession, going to stop people from necessarily buying? No. Okay. But that's where you have to understand that you have to be in a place of your mind where they see you as something essential, right? Essential. You have to become something essential in their purchase. Now, how do you become essential in their mind, right? Let's think about business, for instance, right? Let's think about it in the senses to, you are basically business loan, okay? You're a business loan guy. People come to you, you give them a loan, however much interest. First, you fix the credit. After you fix the credit, you do give them credit repair. From credit repair, you go ahead and transition to business loan, which if you're a credit repair specialist on my channel that you don't do business loan, you are legitimately just cutting your profits in half, okay? Because if you do business credit repair and you also don't do loans again, come on. It's like people who do just regular, traditional credit repair, but they don't also offer any sort of, mortgage loan officer or anything. Because guess what? If somebody doesn't have a home and they're with a 500 credit score, and you fix them up to, 650, 750, 8, however much it is, and you don't give them a loan, you don't say, hey, listen, your credit score is now to the point in which, hey, let's go ahead and get you a loan. You understand? They already trust you because you gave them the opportunity to qualify for that loan, right? So you have to understand, you have to, in your business, have the ability to move your customers up a value ladder, okay? You have to be able to move them up a value ladder. Now, how is that going to be essential to you right now in a recession? Let's think about it this way. How is it going to be essential to you in a recession? Let's think about it. Now, if depends on your goods and services, depends on what it is that you do. Let's say you are, for instance, a HVAC specialist, right? Or let's say you do lawn mowing, right? Are people going to stop spending, 20, 30, 40 bucks for them to mow their lawn? If someone stops spending $40 with you, then you need to understand that it is not a recession. It is the customers that you choose. Sometimes you just need to choose new customers, right? Because if it's hard for your customers to spend $40, then you just need to go get a different type of customer where spending $40 to them is just like pocket change. Because here's the one thing I learned in business is there's always somebody that's willing to pay your price. There's always somebody that's willing to pay your price. The pain just has to be strong enough. I'm going to say that one more time. There's always somebody willing to pay your price. There is no such thing as you're too expensive. Anytime you get into saying you're too expensive, then that's because you're focused on the wrong person. A lot of times we've had demo calls where people are like, yeah, RIZN 247 is too pricey. And I'm like, whoa, really? Okay. Well, wrong person, my friend, wrong person. I'm not saying this to be egotistic. I'm saying this for the end of the day for you to understand that Your audience very much matters. So let's go ahead and talk about how you can scale your agency past $10,000. The reason why I say 10,000 is because that's the target benchmark for most businesses, right? Most entrepreneurs, solopreneurs. I can tell you that getting to your first 10,000 is 10,000 a month. Okay, let's go ahead and say 10,000 monthly recurring revenue, MRR. Getting to your first 10,000 is actually easier than you think it is, right? Majority of people are overcomplicated as far as you're focusing on multiple things. To get to 10,000, pick one marketing strategy, just one, and double down on it. That's it. I guarantee you get to 10,000 a month. Give yourself, it might take, the only downside here is period of time it takes, right? Is the time. It's not that you're not going to get there. It's just, are you willing to be patient? Because once you get to 10,000 a month, it's very easy to scale from there, because if you're doing cold outreach for your first, $9,900, and now you're 10,000, you can afford to spend $3,000 to $4,000 a month on marketing, as long as you haven't upgraded your lifestyle and bought that Mercedes-Benz that you're paying $2,500 a month for. If you haven't done that, then it's pretty much easy for you to scale. So now let's go ahead and pretty much talk about the first thing I recommend to do, right? Scaling past 10,000 is your existing customers. If you're already 10,000 a month, then you have to understand in your existing customers, you need to reassure them that the recession is not really going to, one, it's not going to hinder. Let's say you're a B2B, right? You're providing a business to business service. You have to reassure them that, hey, listen, the market may be slowing down right now, but it's not going to hurt your revenue, right? Let's say, for instance, as a marketing agency, you'd be like, okay, how is it not going to hurt my revenue? People have stopped shopping with me. People have stopped buying from me. Okay, well, let's go ahead and do this. How about we take one of your products, okay, that you're currently either not selling, or one of your products in which that you're currently lowest revenue generator, and we offer that as a bonus, right? Let's go ahead and offer, let's say you sell A as your primary product, but it's declined. People aren't buying it anymore, but you have C sitting on a shelf. How about we do this? Hey, you buy A and we give you C for free. Let's just go ahead and double the value. If we increase the value of the product that we're selling, okay, if we increase the value of the product that we're selling, we can go ahead and get more people to buy, because before they were buying A alone, but now they can buy A plus C. So in a way, they're actually saving money, because if you say A cost, let me give you guys an example here as to packaging, right? It's all about packaging. You can sell more. You just got to package it right. Let's say we have a product A, right? This is your top selling product, right? Your profit margin on this is roughly about 80%. Okay. And this product was retailing for about $400. Okay. And then you have product C. Product C barely sells. Okay. It's been sitting on the shelf for the past 6 months. Only 2 people have bought. And your margin on this is 10%. Okay. Practically, it's already a waste of money, right? Now, product A is slowing down. It's not selling anymore, right? Because people don't want to pay $400 for this. Most people make the mistake of actually dropping their price and slashing the price. But now if you slash the price to $200, your profit margin goes down to 40%. If your profit margin goes down to 40%, there's a bunch of other things that you also have to cut. Okay. So is it that do you really want to cut the price of your business, of whatever it is that you're selling? Or do you want to just increase the value of what you're providing? Now, product C it's not selling, and then the profit margin is trash. Okay, so how about we just go ahead and bundle product A and product C for the same price? Your profit margin on product C was your lowest margin product, and it was 10%. So technically, are you really losing anything but 10%? You can chuck this 10% up to advertising costs. You can chuck this 10% up to marketing costs. But now in the price of the consumer, there's all these bonuses that's been tossed around. So now they're not just equating your product as just being worth $400. They said, hey, for the $400, we're able to get this much. So we're actually saving, because if product C was selling for, $200, right? The bundle alone is $600. Okay. So basically it's $600 worth of value. Okay. $600 worth of value, or $600 worth of price that's been slashed around, and you're basically paying it for $400, because this product C would never sell. And now with product A, you're able to pretty much use that to go ahead and keep your product selling. Is it going to boost your sales? No, it's just going to keep your existing customers purchasing. That's what you want. You want to make sure your retention doesn't fall. It's very important, because what most people start to do in a recession is, or whenever there's a recession, is they start to panic, and they don't understand that, hey, just reassure your existing customers, increase the value you provide to existing customers. That's it. That's all you got to do. Increase the value you provide to existing customers. Make sure that they stay loyal to you. And once they do, then you go ahead and tackle the market. Make sure that your house is in order before you go ahead and go on a campaign for someone else, right? So once you've gone ahead and reassure your existing customers that everything's pretty much okay, the next thing that you want to do is, for the most part, is increase your volume of outbound, right? So now we know that, okay, our 10,000 that we're currently making is not being hurt because we have our existing customers. So now let's go ahead and increase our outbound. How do you increase your outbound? Is most people make the mistake in a recession to slow down the advertising costs, slow down your marketing. But here's the thing is this, you have to understand something. If there are 10 businesses, if I line up 10 businesses, right? If I line up 10 businesses, let's go ahead and do this. Okay. If I line up 10 businesses, all right, let's say business, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If I ever line up 10 businesses and everybody gets told there's a recession, 8 out of these 10 businesses right here will slow down your market. 8 out of 10 will slow down your marketing because they're scared. Okay. And scared money don't make no money. And when 8 out of 10 businesses are scared, you have to think about it. If all businesses were putting in, let's say, $1,000, that's into the same pool, same targeting platform, same placement, and they were spending roughly 8,000, right? Now, guess what? All the scared money is gone. And it's just 2 advertisers that are left, 2 people marketing right there. And if you go ahead and continue and you actually double down, so let's just say you were doing 1,000 outbounds, 1,000 emails a day, 1,000 text messages, you bump it up now and you double it or triple it to 2,000. Now you can dominate the market. You have to understand something. Most businesses are made in a recession. That's when you establish dominance over the market in a recession, because scared money is already gone. Recession is actually a good thing because it wipes out your competition. Your competition is wiped out. And if your competition is wiped out, then you have to understand that as any successful business, and any business owner knows, is business is war. And if the terrain has already wiped out your competition, then all you have to do is press forward. You don't pull back, you press forward. Right? So you want to double down. You want to increase your outbound. You want to increase your volume. If you're spending 1,000 a week on ads, double it and spend 2,000 a week. It's almost automatic you're going to take market share from your competition, because guess what? You're stopping to advertise. You're stopping the market. So what are you to do as a business owner is double down. Double down. Actually go ahead and keep increasing your outbound. Keep doing more. And number 3, reach out to old list. Okay. So now you're doubling down. So now we've existing customers. All right, let's make sure we increase the value we're providing to them. Secondly, we're increasing our outbound to make sure we take market share from the people, the scared money that's going out of the market. The third thing most people don't do is they forget that there is a pile of old customers that never bought. Now you're like, hey, why should my old customers buy from me in a recession? Here's the thing. If you want them to buy from you in a recession, then you have to remove anything called resistance. Resistance has to be gone. There has to be zero resistance in your purchase. For instance, let's say they didn't buy from me because, hey, we didn't have the money last quarter. Probably this quarter, they still don't have the money. How can you go ahead and increase it? Simple. You have to understand, what is the cost of fulfillment for your service? Let's say you're a software company and the cost of fulfillment for your service is $0 or $80 per new user or whatever it is, right? Get your new customers, okay, get your old list to go ahead and at least do business with you, even if it's on a trial period. On a trial period, okay? So, hey, guys, listen, we understand that it was costing, but listen, end of the year, we know times are hard and we want to help your business. We want to help you. So guess what? We're offering you a free trial for the next 14 to 30 days, okay? You're like, okay, sure, why not? Okay. But we'll charge you just a setup fee or whatever it may be, right? Boom. Now your old list, you're able to reactivate your old list by giving them an irresistible offer that you're going to give them this much value for practically free or for a very discounted price. And then you're like, because you have to understand, think about the psychology. Just think about it. You're like, okay, well, how is that going to work? Think about psychology. Just think about human psychology. Whenever people hear recession, they're looking for what? A deal. They're looking for a deal. They start shopping for a deal, right? They stop shopping the Target or the high-end stores to, the low-end stores or cheaper stores because they're looking for a deal. A deal. It's not that they're not going to buy or they stop buying. They just are now shopping for deals. That's just the psychology of it. Is people are now shopping for deals. And if you want to sell your product, just offer it as a deal. People will still buy. Why do you think in Black Friday, people were still going crazy shopping? It's because of the key word is the deal. People want to feel like they had a bargain. Offer them a deal. Offer them a deal. Increase the value to your existing customers, double down on your advertising, and give a good deal to your old list. Give a good deal to your old list. Make sure you tell them, hey, listen, we're giving this free, 80% off, 9% off. You're like, whoa, Jesus, it's a good deal. Let's go ahead and go do business with them. The fourth thing is this, is take the time to solidify your brand. This is where people start thinking, okay, how do I solidify my brand? Simple. I hate to say it, but think about this. If you look at most of the biggest companies, what do? MetLife has a stadium. Bank of America Stadium, Wells Fargo Stadium, all of them have stadiums. Because here's the thing you have to understand is this, is whenever a recession happens, most people start to offer, same thing I just told you, deals, right? Okay, so you take advantage of this deal. Become a local activist in your community. If you're a real estate agent, you're like, and you got some money, let's say you got a few money from the sales you're making. You're like, okay, how about we put something for the parents, or we put a little get together for the kids, or we do a barbecue, we do something. Try to let people start to identify with you. Make it look like you're making your life easier. Build an actual brand around the recession. Let people see you as a hero and a savior in the community. Because guess what? You may not understand this. The thing about a brand is this, is you don't see the results immediately, but give it take a year, 2 years, 3 years later. What do people say? Oh, whoa. I remember, man, things were hard, things were tough, and so-and-so real estate agent was going door to door knocking and say, hey, listen, do you guys need anything? Imagine if, as a real estate agent, rather than knocking door to door, or life insurance agent, knocking door to door, do you want to buy insurance? Knock and say, hey, do you want to? We know times are hard, and, we're trying to help the community. So we're giving out water, food, all of this stuff to help people grow, to help people, whatever it may be. And you're just going out there and handing stuff, knocking on doors, handing stuff. Now you're becoming a local activist in the community. So people don't just associate you as taking their money. They associate with you and like, wow, you know what? I actually believe that this person is actually in my best interest. And you have to obviously have their best interest, but build a brand by becoming an activist, become somebody part of the community. Because here's the thing is this, people do not buy from people they know. They buy from just anybody. They buy from people. There's a sense of loyalty now. Modern day buyers buy out of loyalty. What's your track record? What have you done in the past? Have you done this? Have I seen you in business before? Use those to your advantage. Use it to your advantage, because it's very easy to grow a business in a recession. As long as, one, you make sure your existing customers are reassured, you increase the value you're providing to them. Number two, you go ahead and double down and increase the outbound, because guess what? The scared money is out of the market. So now you can go ahead and put the real money in and take market share from your competitors. Three, go ahead and offer a good deal to your old list to bring them into the pipeline. And number four, become part of your community. Build a brand. Associate with people. Let people see you as not just a company or an agent or a salesperson. Let them see you as just another person. Get known. Get known by people. And I guarantee you this, before the recession passed, because guess what? There were people still making money in last recession. And they were using similar tactics. Rather than you going into, oh, I'm going to get scared. Don't be scared money. Be bold and be courageous. And that's it, guys. And I'll see you on the other side. And also, go ahead and, if you want to support the channel, just go ahead and get your free trial of RIZN. It's a marketing platform, RIZNresults.com/free trial. And for that, I say, enjoy.